Yeah, this video is a response video, kind of an explanation of the Divine Comedians video that was made several years ago. Um, and basically the only reason why I'm even doing this is because Illuminatra 462 gave such a glowing review, and I often wondered if it was a sarcastic review. And now that I know who Illuminatra 462 is, I'm pretty sure it's still a sarcastic review. But I'll go ahead and talk about the video anyway. Um, I would like to do it as a comment video on it, but I'm too lazy to, work that out where I can sit there. And maybe someday I still will do that since I have the technology to do it now. And I've always had the technology. I could have done it cheaply a long time ago, but I'm gonna just talk about the video. Um, the general concept is you see Vio-lett traipsing through Walmart, having a good time in there, and then he gets pulled into a garage where Mr. Zero is, and he's terrified. Mr. Zero is kind of taunting him, and then the door opens and we go bicycling out. Um, it was kind of to be the start of a entire series of videos that were going to be the history and mythology of the divine comedians. Mr. Zero was going to be a demon who isn't all that evil, and Vio-lett was supposed to be an angel who wasn't all that good. And that's kind of like, you kind of can see, there's a pretentiousness to Vio-lett, and there's a lovable earthiness to Mr. Zero that comes through in the few videos that we have posted up. But at any rate, so the beginning shot, and it says that we're in someplace heavenly. It's Walmart, and it was my beautiful wife's idea to use Walmart as an analog for heaven. That's where are we gonna film heaven at? And she says Walmart, and um, this is when the Walmarts in our area were getting redone too, so they started looking a little bit cooler, and so we decided, and this was like so very impromptu. I called up my sister. I says, "Hey, can you help us film a video?" And then we got a sheet, wrapped it around Vio-lett. I made an improv heart, or I mean a halo, out of like a hanger and aluminum foil. And then we used my mother's auto harp, and I don't even know if she knows we took it. She'd probably freak if she knew it, even though I don't think she's ever pulled it out and played it in the entire time that I've known her. I've never seen her play with her auto harp, but she has one. And so that's the instrument that Vio-lett is carrying around. If you can't tell, that's supposed to be a harp. And so we went to Walmart, and one of the things that I got a comment on to Walmart is they're really cool about you doing that kind of stuff. You go over there late at night, no administrator is going to come over to you and tell you have to leave and that you're not allowed to do that stuff. I've never had that problem. Walmart is pretty fine with you just being there. We didn't, we weren't causing any problems, and we, you can't hear it, but we've got people working. They're restocking while we were filming this. We happened to film on the day that they're restocking their store, and their workers are just having a good time watching us. So, at any rate, and a lot of it was just improv. The bit where Violet's walking around eating the candy bar, that was an improv idea that we took. Have him. I went out and grabbed a candy bar, bought it. I wish to this day, I wish I had bought also a little thing of pudding, so I could have smeared pudding around his face, so he would have had a really messy face while eating that candy bar, because that just struck me as funny. And sadly, this was kind of the beginning of the end of the Divine Comedians as a group, as Vio-lett and Mr. Zero working together, um, because Vio-lett was beginning to get uncomfortable with the character. He felt that the character was too homosexual, and he didn't like that. In fact, he even commented on the car, "Why'd you guys make me be so gay?" And I told him, we weren't making you be gay. Vio-lett is kind of he's uptight and he's that kind of person. He comes off as being a little gay if that's how you want to interpret it. I thought he was being more childlike and whimsical, but he saw that as being gay. And I mean, most of that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there where he's improving himself, and it's some of his most brilliant work as a clown. And he completely just didn't like it. He didn't like the video. But it's really, if you guys had been able to see the street performing, the club shows we did, the stuff we did at the cafe, this is really like this is his best performances right in front of this camera. And then also there's a lot of stuff that we told him to do, such as the the spinning around in front of the milk aisle. We thought that was funny, and a lot of it is just like things we throw in well, to to kind of make fun of the situation. We had a hard time figuring out how to make him disappear. We were. I was hoping we could get some special effects that he could actually go and find a porthole and walk through it, and then he ends up in hell. But no, we just simply did that. All of a sudden, you've got the music, and people who are into the same kind of music I am could probably tell where that music's from. But we need something dark and industrial, and it's some of the best it's the best use of dark industrial music set to the of vocals reading in German I think it's a Spanish wedding cookie is a recipe. So that gives you a big hint if you know which band this is, and they're a very popular band. And I think they're also credited in the video anyway, which is one of the beautiful things because the entire time filming this, Vio-lett had in his head the song "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head," and we ended up using that. And then the video got the audio taken off because we were using something a third party copyright. Some third party said that we were using music that we didn't have copyright for, and then the people that owned the copyright said, "We don't care. We'll advertise that it's our song." And so yeah, now the full audio is back on, and I had the song that daydreaming, but what a day for a daydream. Fortunately for us, we didn't even communicate this, but the beat was the same, and so we were using that to kind of propel the video, using the same beat. And so, at any rate, then we just decided to have that industrial music come on, and then a hand pops out. It's Mr. Zero, drags them into the garage, which is supposed to be hell. And if you look in the background, there's like skulls and pumpkins and scary stuff and other clowns and junk. And then they ride off, and that was supposed to be the start. And the next video was going to be they ride off, and they end up. I think it was going to be in a cemetery, and we were going to do our Shakespearean duel. I think maybe I don't know. We were going to do some more of our routines, and that's eventually would be like put it all together. It was going to be a Divine Comedians movie. So there's no real deep meaning behind it other than, we just thought it was funny the idea to use Walmart as heaven because, I mean, as Illuminatra 462, they refer to it as a cultural black hole. And I agree it is a cultural black hole, but at the same time, I don't think, you should be getting your culture from Walmart. Anyone who gets their culture from Walmart is obviously going to be very limited. I mean, get your culture somewhere else. Don't look for it at Walmart. It's a good place to get groceries and to save money on just about anything. And that's all I've got to say about Walmart. They're an evil corporation, but as far as evil corporations go, once they get found out that they're doing something evil, they try to make amends or they try to change what they do. So I'll give them props for that. For an evil corporation, they're not so evil as compared to other evil corporations out there. Um, what else can I say about it? Anyway, yeah, this was the beginning of the end of the Divine Comedians. We had pretty much at this point stopped doing shows at the comedy club, and when we were doing our comedy at a cafe, and then after a while, Vio-lett quit on me, and I was stuck doing it all my, I've been doing it single, flying solo ever since. Um, I tried revamping it with my sister, and she just doesn't have the time to uh, to do it. So I'm just stuck doing the clowning thing on my own. Feel sorry for me. Send me a tear, and I hope this answers any of Illuminatra's questions on the profound, profane, and obscene of what we were doing in Walmart. Nothing really too intellectual about it. Just making fun of the fact that you know that garage is a far cry from hell, and Walmart is a far cry from heaven, as Vio-lett is a far cry from an angel, and Mr. Zero is not quite the demon that he wishes he was. I guess that's all I've got to say on that.